be a sponge, and then bring the juice.
By focusing on your improvement, by focusing on your progress, and eliminating any fixed mindset that you may have and acts of perfectionism, then you encourage your own mastery.
On some level, we do what we want to do 24 hours a day. Now, sometimes it may not seem like that, but if I'm choosing to work instead of sleep, what I'm actually saying is keeping my job is more important than sleeping.
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of getting beat. What can I do to get over this hump? So mentally, that's when I kind of put that forefront, like, hey, it's either all or nothing.
I like to put failure in quotations because I don't believe that failure is true failure if you're looking at it with the right mindset.
The truth is, the journey to greatness is hard. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes focus, and every day you have to decide what you value, what you want to pursue, and what you want to achieve. And if you dig deep enough, if you push hard enough, we all have what it takes to be great. Welcome to the Edge of Greatness. Hello and welcome back to From the Edge. It is October 12th and it's been an interesting week. So I've been spending some time really taking a break from creating. In the sense I've not really tweeted a lot. I've not really put posts out there because my shift currently is toward how do I develop content and put things out there that teach the skills of greatness. A big part of what I've been trying to understand, now that I've gained knowledge and I feel like a lot of people kind of understand what that knowledge is, it seems to be very similar and consistent across whoever I'm talking to, that we all kind of say the same things. But knowing these things and then applying these things are two different worlds. So my thought process now is how can I deliver to my audience ways to apply the knowledge that I've gained through these conversations. And so that's a big challenge right now that I'm dealing with is what's the next step in all this? Where do I take it from gathering the information to disseminating it to you guys? So I'm working on some things. I want to do some coursework, I think, is one of the areas I want to go into. I want to continue to write. Obviously, I love the writing aspect. So that part for me is something that I'm going to continue to do. I'm working on ideas and different topics that I can kind of dive deeper into and expand upon. But the big challenge is for someone like me and what I do is now that I've gathered the information, where do I go from here? What do I do next? And so that's a lot of what I've been dealing with this week. That's a lot of my process. I've been spending a lot of time just digging into research about different ideas, different topics. I've been listening to different podcasts. I've been trying to understand how they deliver the information that they've got to be consumed by their audience. And so if you have ideas about how you would best learn this information, because again, the conversations are awesome. I'm not going to stop those, but how can I make the information I'm gathering from these conversations, how can I take the knowledge I've gained and put it together in a format or a way that gives my audience an easy, digestible, consumable resource. I think that's where I'm at right now with a lot of this is when you get to a certain point, how do you continue to grow? How do you continue to develop? How do you continue to add on? And I think that's one of the big challenges of excellence is don't be satisfied with good enough. I feel like the podcast has gotten pretty solid. I like my guests. I like the way I'm hosting conversations. I feel like they're getting better. But then the big question that always comes up is now what? And that always drives me to continue to be creative, to continue to try to search for new ways to do things. But it's definitely been a challenge this week for me on the back end of things. I'm trying to figure out ways to expand on the content creation in a way that teaches more than it does just tells, if that makes sense. That's kind of where I'm at in my mind, and I'm wondering, and I'd be curious to hear what you got. Again, I love the interaction piece. I love those of you who reach out to me and send me emails and tell me, what you want to hear, what's helping, what's not. So please keep doing that. It's Charles at theedgeofgreatnessproject.com. You can hit me up there. But so this isn't a very long one this week. It's going to be a real short, quick one. But I think sometimes that's okay. I don't think it needs to be super long all the time. But if you're looking for more, my new book is coming out soon. The Master of the Sea. It will be available Amazon and everywhere else December 1st, but you can pre-order it now and get immediate digital access through my website, theedgeofgreatnessproject.com. If you don't necessarily want to buy the book, but you would like to have more access to things, I'm building a membership page. I'm actually working on a promotion right now to help create this community and make it a better resource for you. So one of the things that I'm doing is I'm offering the first month of it for free. And the nice thing is it is month to month. So if you get in there and you're like, okay, this is okay, but I don't really want to stick around, you can cancel and it costs you nothing. It's only $9 a month. My plan was to keep it low cost, but I want to try to provide as much value as I can. So right now I'm trying to invite as many people in as I can to give me feedback on where and how I can help everybody in their quest for greatness, in their quest for excellence, and where I can direct the knowledge that I'm gathering to make it more than just, here's another conversation. I want to do more. I think a big part of me being able to do that is hearing from you guys what's going to make a big difference for you. So, if you get a chance, shoot me an email. If you want to be a part of the community for a month for free, hit me up there. You can also connect with me on any of the social feeds. My DMs are open in all of them. I communicate, I'd say, relatively quickly on there. But ultimately, I'm just trying to continue to deliver on the knowledge, continue to deliver on the content to make sure that we are always consistently driving to be just a little bit better. So, as always, guys, keep reaching for the stars. Fall flat on your face, but remember, whenever we fall, always get up. Thank you for joining us today on the Edge of Greatness podcast. If you haven't yet, please take a minute now to subscribe and review our show. Join us again next week as we continue to dig deeper into the key components of greatness. The path to greatness is never linear, so remember to keep pursuing greatness no matter what. Keep stretching your abilities, reach for the stars, and fall flat on your face. But remember, no matter what happens, whenever we fall, always get up. Until next time, I'm Charles Schultz, and this was the Edge of Greatness podcast.